What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Not Today with Jen Sturger.
Eddie Pence.
Jesus Christ!
Well, because
jump in.
I was thinking because the whole thing happened before we started recording. We thought we were recording, but your headphones weren't working.
Eddie,
And you sang the intro,
why are
and
you
it was
breaking the
so
fourth
nice.
wall? Why are you breaking the fourth wall
I
right
just
now?
like pulling the curtain back, showing people what really happened here.
You're like, you're just like showing people how unprofessional
It was
and what an
great.
absolute shit show this place
It was
is.
great.
90% of the time.
Your headphones weren't working, so you didn't hear your voice, so you sang melodically the intro.
Did I have a good singing voice?
I thought it was.
Oh,
Very
thank
nice.
you so
Yeah,
much.
it's nice.
You know, but I think the minute I heard my own voice in my headphones, I was like,
You're like,
I can't sing.
I'm not singing again.
I'm not singing again. I used to think I was a good singer, and then I heard myself back, and I was like, I don't know if it's because no one likes the sound of their own voice, or
Have you ever tried to sing, like in choir?
yeah,
or like...
dude. I actually got like solos and stuff, and then my voice
Oh.
changed.
Oh,
Yeah,
your balls dropped.
yeah. When my balls dropped, really, that's honestly when my singing career went south. Because some teachers don't know how to teach women how to use their voice if it's not a soprano. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the minute my voice dropped, my singing career was over.
Oh, that's too
I could have
bad.
been somebody.
That's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been Swifty. You could have been Taylor
Oh,
Swift.
dude, I had the night from hell last
T-Swift.
night. This is like my 5th cup of.
Kombucha.
That's not kombucha. Kombucha's alcohol, basically.
I don't know.
It's hippie alcohol. This is
that?
is matcha.
Matcha.
It's matcha.
Kamacha.
This is yeah.
What is
matcha.
it?
It's green tea.
Ugh. It's very green though.
It's very green. It's green tea, and I am on like my 4th cup of energy stuff today. Dude, I had the night from hell.
What happened?
So last night I had a group of women over at my house, and we were working on comedy stuff,
Sure.
you know, as we do. And one of them was parked in my garage,
Okay.
and she went to go leave, and I guess she left my downstairs door open.
How's that happen? Your door slammed shut.
No, the downstairs door does not slam shut anymore because I think I broke the mechanism because I was letting it slam
That tracks.
onto the door lock. You know
Ah.
what I mean? Like a hotel door, you know?
Yeah, sure.
When you're like, I got to go to the ice machine.
And you
you're
don't
just
give a
like,
shit about the
exactly.
hotel door.
You know, you don't
because
give a shit.
live
It's not your
there.
door.
No, right.
It's not your door.
If it's
What
not
happens if it gets knocked off the hinges?
No,
It's fine.
You treat hotel rooms like shit.
Exactly.
That's the whole point of a hotel room.
So, yeah, you go full Motley Crue on
Oh
it,
yeah,
you know?
don't flush. You don't aim.
Gross. We'll get to that later. I have questions. But so anyways, the door, I guess, bounced off something. It just didn't close.
Oh.
And I was like, fuck. So immediately I run upstairs.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I have pets.
Yeah, sure. A lot of pets.
Kevin's there.
It's like an arc.
Slow down.
You're like Noah.
I have one over the arc limit, okay? I'm still legally under the requirements of Southern California. Do you know if you have more than 6 cats, you have to report yourself? You have to be in the
As a
system.
person.
Yeah, you have to be in the system like a sex offender.
You have to know who you are.
Yeah,
at all
exactly.
times.
Like a
Right,
sex
right,
offender.
sure.
You're in
Yeah.
the system.
So 6 is the limit.
6 is the limit.
Okay.
I do not have that.
You have 5.
Fuck you. No,
4?
I don't. No.
3.
3.
You had 4.
I had 4.
Okay, now you got down to
R.I.P..
3. Now
Yes,
R.I.P.
R.I.P..
Vegas.
She was fucking 20, dude.
Dude.
She had a long life,
Yeah.
okay?
She had that kill me look for a couple years. She was like, just fucking kill me. One of you throw a pillow on my face and kill me.
Listen, I let animals tell me when they're done, okay? But anyways, you're derailing my story.
Sorry.
So last night, I'm
Okay.
frantically looking for my cats, and I'm like, please let this be
Kevin
one of
didn't get out?
No.
Oh, okay.
Kevin's got the baby gate, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Everybody's like, do you have a child? I'm like, no, I have a dog who likes to eat cat shit, so I have to keep him out.
Loves them cat turds, man. Loves them cat turds.
He's like, these snow caps are
These are
delicious.
fucking good cat turds.
So anyways,
Okay.
Kevin's fine.
Okay.
But
Which cats escaped?
I can't find Puck,
Puck.
who's my one-eyed.
One-eyed Puck.
My one-eyed cat.
One-eyed Captain Puck.
Yep, one-eyed
Yeah.
Captain Puck is gone, and Reno is gone.
Oh.
Oddly enough, the one that stayed was my former feral cat. And it's because she was
Well,
probably...
she knows what's out there.
She's like,
She's like, I'm not leaving
I'm
this.
good.
This is sweet.
I'm good.
I don't gotta kill anything.
There's air conditioning.
I shit in a box.
It's fine.
This is good.
Exactly.
Right.
What's crazy is, at some point, Lando went downstairs, and I guess she saw the other 2 making a break for it.
Right.
And so she started making all this noise down there and crying. And I was like, what are you screaming
Fucking
about?
rat.
And she was literally like, they're leaving. They're leaving. Don't go out there, guys. Like, she was like,
Guys, trust me. You don't want to live out there.
So anyways, I can't find the cats. So I'm like, fuck.
It's terrifying.
It's the worst feeling
Lost
possible.
animals are the worst.
I have never lost a pet in my 40 years on this planet. Sorry, I didn't realize I was gonna be that loud. But anyways, I knocked on wood just in case.
Yeah.
But I've never lost an animal or had an animal escape on me. So I start looking all over the place.
Right.
And my heart is in my butt because lately in my neighborhood, we've had like a pack of coyotes.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, time is of the fucking essence.
Yeah.
It's midnight.
Fucking dinner bells rung.
And so
Yeah.
I am frantically looking for them. And there's like a back part of my building. I go back there and I'm like calling for them and I'm shaking the treat bags. And all of a sudden I hear like a little meow. And I was like, okay, there's one. And it's Reno.
Okay, Reno.
And Reno was like looking at me like, hey, I'm lost.
This is Puck's idea. He said it was going to be great out here. It sucks.
She was like, this new room is much bigger than I anticipated. And it's very scary.
There's no couch.
So anyways, I
So
convinced
you
her
got Reno back.
I convinced her to come to me, which in itself was a fucking win. Because honestly, she's the more difficult of the two.
Right.
But now I've got to find Puck.
Yeah.
And Puck,
And Puck is a financial investment.
he's
at this point.
yeah. I've invested over
There's
10 grand in
There's
this
a lot
cat.
of money in that cat.
Honestly, probably closer to 15
Yeah.
by the like with the stuff when he was a baby. What are you looking at me like that for, Mark?
Oh, dude, so much. She's got a Kia invested in this cat. There's so much money in this cat.
Listen, Puck is my look. You're not supposed to say it. Puck is my favorite. You're not supposed to have
I
favorites.
think
with your
they
kids.
all know.
Puck is my favorite. Like if any of the other cats had gotten cancer and they were like, it's going to cost 10 grand to save them,
Peace
I'd have been
out.
like, you had a good run.
Mwah. Later.
But Puck is my baby.
Yeah.
I've raised that thing since he.
Oh, I
didn't-
remember when Puck was a kitten.
Yeah, I used to walk around with him in my cleavage.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. You can't get rid of that.
No, of course not. He's such a good boy. He's such a good dumb boy, and so Puck has one eye
Right.
because of his cancer,
Sure.
and so he's already at a disadvantage.
Already. He's only seeing half of what's coming at him.
Yeah. He has no depth perception. When this cat tries to jump on counters now, he's like, fuck, misjudged that. Like the number of times I hear this loud boom, and it's just from Puck trying to jump on a counter now. And he's just like, God damn it. It looks so much closer in my other eye.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
I should get him a patch. Anyway. Oh, fuck you. Anyways,
So they didn't stick together. Puck
they did-
abandoned him.
No, Puck did, I know. I think Reno abandoned Puck. I think
Oh.
Reno saw Puck as a liability. This was Reno's idea.
I'm not going to follow the cat with no depth perception into the void.
They're like, sorry, sloth.
Yeah.
You don't get to decide where we're going today. So yeah, I think Reno bailed on Puck.
Reno's smart.
What?
Fucking bailing on Puck? Yeah. Reno came back.
Reno didn't really come. Well, Puck, it turns out Puck didn't leave. Thank God. Puck, so the girl that actually accidentally let them out,
Yeah.
came over and was bawling her eyes out. Poor thing. And I was like, girl, you are not helping me by
Yeah.
crying. I go, we got to keep it together and find these cats.
I will kill you later. Right now I need you.
Yeah, I need you. Let's go. Like, you're not going to help me when you're bawling. So I was like, you stay in the garage and like
Uh-huh.
the back of the building and like just comb through it. I'm going to go scan the neighborhood.
How did they get out of the garage parking lot? Because the door shuts and it's kind of enclosed, isn't it?
There's just enough clearance. It's like the bottom of a couch.
Oh,
And Reno is thinner than Puck.
right.
So Reno was like, deuces, I'm going to go check out this area. And Puck's fat ass got stuck in the garage. And that's the
So Puck never left the garage.
He never left the garage. But I'm frantically combing the neighborhood. I look like an insane person because I'm like, Pucky,
Oh, yeah.
Pucky, Pucky, Pucky. I'm calling him every name possible. Mr. Puck
They're like, that girl finally snapped.
Puck, Mr. Puck Puck.
Pucky Puck Puck.
With my,
Puckity Puck Puck.
with my flashlight in my pajamas, braless.
Oh, yeah. You look
braless.
like you were methed out hard.
I had 2 drug addicts walk past me and they're like,
That's some-
you good, bro?
That's some good shit she's got.
They were like, you okay, man? And I was like, I'm looking for my cat. And they go, oh, bummer. When 2 drug addicts walk past you were,
Wow.
I was like, I look fucking unhinged right now. Bucky Puck.
Oh,
So Ainsley finally calls me and she's like, I found him. He's in the garage. So I go back in the garage and Puck is holed up under this. I have this one set of neighbors that's a little weird.
okay.
And by a little weird,
You're not the weird neighbor.
no, I'm not
Okay.
the weird neighbor.
Alright.
You know how I have all those cute bins and everything's very organized in my
Sure,
garage?
yeah, very
It's a
organized.
little OCD.
A little bit.
The neighbors 2 down,
Yeah.
not so much.
No, they're just Duck
You've
and
seen
Chuck.
it.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks like an episode of Pawn Shop. What is it? Pawn War, Storage Wars.
Storage Wars?
It looks like an episode of Storage Wars is happening 2
Okay.
parking spaces down from mine. Puck was underneath like their lowered car, so
Okay.
he had really worked to get under there.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I had to coax him out of there. He got out of there. He's just covered in shit, like soot. It was disgusting. But I was like,
Did you
Thank-
give him a bath? You can't give a cat a bath, right?
no, he'll give himself a bath.
Oh.
But man, you would have thought this cat had been gone for 2 weeks. Because when I brought him upstairs, I was like, here's the can of food that I opened to lure you out. And he was like, oh my God, I'm
Fuck, I almost
starving.
died out there. You have no idea.
He was just terrified under the car. Just absolutely terrified.
Well, hopefully he learned his lesson and he doesn't leave an open door again.
Dude, I hope so. But I just think it's crazy that Puck was like, looked at the hoarder's garage and was like, this looks like a good place
This
to
looks
hide.
good. I can hide in here.
Yeah. So, anyways, both of them are safe.
Well, I'm
But
happy.
yeah, that is messed up though that Reno left him.
He was like, bye, bitch. I'm out.
There's no loyalty with cats.
Oh, no. Cats just fucking scatter. It's like
He's like-
cockroaches. with
Like,
light
Jen,
on.
your cat didn't run away. He left.
He left. He's like, bye. And then he's like looking at the cat he left with, like, I'll see you later too. Bye. I'll fend for myself. Like dogs would stick together. Because I remember when I was a child, we had a beagle
Mhm.
that stayed in the backyard. He was
Mhm.
an outside dog. He would never come in. So he in a fenced-in backyard. He would just stay in the backyard.
Is that what your parents told you? Or that's
Well,
what
no,
actually
literally.
he
Well,
liked being
that's-
outside?
That's what I thought. And I always tried to get him to come in, but like you'd literally open the door and like the
And
sliding
your
glass
dad
door.
was like, no, he likes
No, he likes it
it out there.
No, but he would literally stand at the door and just like no, and then like walk back out in the air. He didn't like coming inside, so he just lived out. He had a dog house out there. He just lived out there. And then we got another dog halfway when I was a little older. We got another dog, a rescue dog, and his name was Abner.
Abner.
Yeah, it's a weird name for a dog. But he was a Lhasa Apso, like one of those shaggy
Yeah.
Shih Tzu looking dogs.
Yeah.
And he would be, and then while we were at school, we'd leave them both in the backyard during the day
hmm
because we live right by the school. And Buck had never left. He never left the backyard. You could leave the gate open. He would never leave. Nothing. One day, Abner digs a hole under the fence because he's new to us. We didn't know he would do this. Crawls under the fence. Buck
You
goes.
didn't know his skill sets.
We didn't know his skill sets. We didn't know he was an escape artist. We didn't know.
You're like, didn't know he was El Chapo.
No idea he could tunnel his way out of prison. And so he tunneled his way under the fence, and then and Buck followed him.
No.
And so we come home from school and the backyard's empty. We're like, and we just panic because our dogs are gone.
Of course.
And like I never experienced that because Buck would never leave. And we drove around the neighborhood like you, yelling for. I was like, Abner,
Bucky,
like,
Bucky, Buck.
like why is a kid yelling Abner? Is,
Did you guys lose your grandpa?
is their dementia laden uncle just fucking roaming the neighborhood? Uncle Abner.
It's like Great Expectations.
Yeah, it's fucking sad. It's pathetic. So
Can we put out a silver alert for our dogs?
so we couldn't find him. We were freaked out, and we were getting ready to call off the search, right? And so my dad starts calling the local not vets, but the
Rescues and shelters? Yeah.
shelters, the dog pound, and the dog guy had picked them up.
It's so funny. When I
them
did animal rescue, do you know how many pairs of dogs I would rescue?
because they go in packs. They're pack animals.
Well, it's like, hey, you want to come?
Let's go.
Let's go. It's gonna be a blast.
Let's find some food.
Oh yeah.
And if one of us can't, we can't, then we'll eat one another.
And
It's like-
sometimes it's like if you can catch one,
Yeah.
the other one will come to you.
right.
If you can convince one of them that
Then
you're
the-
safe,
Yeah.
the other one's like, oh, it's fine.
Because dogs are stupid and we'll just like, I gotta stay in a pack.
Yeah.
That's how I'm safe. Cats are like, fuck, we're gone.
Yeah,
We're
the number
scattered.
of times that I've found dogs in pairs where I'm like, God damn it, it's a 2-for-1.
I gotta find both the parents of this fucking dog.
Exactly. Oh, or they'd be like huskies. I always found huskies together.
They're pack animals, man. They like going in packs.
They were also banging on the expressway
Yeah.
half the time. I left a comedy show one time. It was Minton. Was it Minton Card or something?
Oh yeah,
know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
in Burbank.
Our
there,
buddy
yeah.
Jeff's show.
Yeah, yeah.
I had to leave that show. I was like, Jeff, I'm sorry. I got to go get 2 huskies. They were fucking on the 101. And he was like, what? And I go, animal rescue, man.
Dude,
It's always
It's
something.
a scene, man.
It's like, who gets on the 101 and is like, this is the place?
Let's do it. Nothing gets me harder than 70 miles an hour zooming by my face.
When you get on the 101 and it's 70 miles, you mean 7 miles an hour? Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so the cats are home. Everybody's fine.
That's good.
Thank God. That could have ended so terribly.
Yeah. I feel bad if Puck got taken.
Dude, right?
I
Is
don't
it
like
wrong?
Puck.
Is it,
I don't like cats, but I like
is
Puck.
it wrong that I was like Fuck, why am I madder? I'm madder that Puck's gone than Reno.
Why couldn't that comedy girl gotten lost?
No, I love her too.
Not as much as Puck.
I don't love anything as much as Puck, including my ex-husband.
Well, the financial investment you put into the cat proves that.
Yep. When he got cancer, Cody was like, we're not spending the money on this. I was like, you're right. We're not. I am. Like, this cat means the world to me.
That's a lot of money to put into an animal.
To be fair,
yeah,
he had pet insurance that someone else let lapse.
Okay, well, that's...
So that would have been a $2,000 investment.
Yeah.
That became 10.
Sure, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Sure,
So whatever.
But that is a lot of money to put into an
Plus,
animal.
when the vet tells you, hey, there's a 90% chance that this never comes back, you have to do that.
Yeah.
If they were like, it's
50-50.
50-50 or 30-70.
But I'm trying to think now with Stanley, my dog being 3 years old, if he got some sort of cancer and they're like, okay, it's like 15 grand. I'm like,
Bullshit.
15 grand?
Bullshit. You would do it.
I'm spending it.
Yep, right. If something happened to Noodle, you're doing it, right, Mark?
Oh man.
15 grand? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of dogs.
Eddie.
This is like my 5th dog.
Eddie.
There's always another dog.
Eddie.
There's always another dog.
Eddie. Oh,
We have health insurance. We have
better
pet
hope
insurance.
Colton
So
doesn't listen to
literally, like, I'd spend the 1, 2,
Exactly.
3 grand for it. But like, once you start getting up to like, you're inching near $20,000, I'm like, I don't know.
well, they cover most of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So as long as you have pet insurance,
As long
that
as you have
means
pet
your
insurance
pet insurance is a racket until you fucking need it.
until you need it, man.
And then you're like, man, I'm so glad I've been spending this money this whole time.
We're dropping $100 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But anyways, how's everything going in your world?
I don't know. I think I'm an asshole.
I mean, we've already established
No,
that
but I was-
with the dog stuff.
No, that's just being financially sound.
No. What happened?
Well, no, we talk about like we always have this discussion. Am I the asshole? There's always something that happens where we go like, am I the asshole in this situation?
Every day.
Right.
Every
You
single
always
day.
encounter some sort of situation where you look back and you go, was I the asshole?
Maybe.
In the moment, I didn't think I was the asshole.
But you know what? The fact that you even ask yourself if you were the asshole
Means you're the asshole.
No, it
Yeah.
means you're self-aware.
You're self-aware that you were the asshole. That's kind of... Okay, this is what happened. Tracy, my wife, she was doing a post. She does this every once in a while. She posts on social media for her job.
Yeah.
She's a real estate agent, and it's
I actually liked the little Lego things she was doing
she
for
does
her
little
houses.
she does little creative things for her.
And by
client-
that I mean employs your son
employs Colton. She
to do
does-
stop animation.
She does these little creative little posts, which are great. They're fun, but like she puts so much thought and
effort.
and she gets so like yesterday. She
So
was,
little engagement.
So I mean, even what's great what you get like even 1,000 people see it. Is that great engagement? What does it mean? What does it mean anymore on social media?
You never know.
If I've had several clips go for over 1 million views.
Some of them
Hasn't
twice.
changed my life. Yes, the exact same clip twice. Hasn't changed anything. So I don't understand the point of like, okay, you spend all this time to do this post and it gets, 40 likes. What's the point? There's no payoff.
She's trying to keep up
to
with
social
Colton being an influencer
So
too.
she was posting yesterday for Earth Day because she's a very environmentally conscious person. Every time she has a client and she has a sale of a house or whatever, she donates a small portion of her paycheck to a social environmental cause, like Surfrider Foundation, stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
She always does that with any
That's
paycheck.
good
she has.
karma.
It is. She's always been very environmentally conscious. So yesterday she's posting for Earth Day, right? And so she's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta post for Earth Day," and like she gets stressed out about it, like all day long. She's like, "I gotta do this post." I'm like, "Just fucking throw a picture of you at the beach and just put Happy Earth Day, and then hit send. That's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to it." And she's like, "Well, she wants to have like a saying, and then
Does she
like,
know that brands don't even put this much effort into
no
their
one
Earth
puts
Day
this
post?
much. I don't put this much effort into studying for the SAT. I probably should have.
Even their
in
pride posts are like,
retrospect.
put rainbows on it. It's
just
fine.
fucking
Just
throw a sticker on it.
throw something up there. We participated.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Throw a hashtag and a fucking Earth sticker on the post and hit send. But she puts this whole thing together, and then like I was late for what I had to go do, so I'm leaving, and she's like, "Well, I need to." I'm like, "Oh, I'll just do it later." I'm like, "No, just send it and then go." And she's like, "I'll invite you as a collaborator." I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
I'll invite you as a
Like my fucking okay. Anyway, so I'm driving and I get a phone call. I'm not even at the driveway. She's like, "It's half the stuff I posted didn't even show up on the post." I'm like, "Then fucking delete it." I'm like, "I don't know, just delete it. No one cares."
You did not say no one cares.
I did.
Eddie.
But no one does because it's social media. Just post again. Just hit delete and repost. It's not like the whole world is waiting to get the alert and go, let's see what she says.
Do you guys know they have an edit button, right?
Yeah, but once you hit, like the photo itself, she posted the verbiage
Oh.
on the photo itself and it didn't go through.
Oh.
And so she panicked. I was like, just do it later. And then, so I had to go do and then we came back and then I sat next to her and I helped her post it. But I get visibly frustrated when I'm trying to help someone with technology
No.
and they're no good with it.
Oh
right?
my God.
Like I'm not that
I feel
advanced.
I feel like I'm on a phone call with my dad and my mom right now.
Yes, that's exactly what it feels like. Trying to explain how to work the iPhone to your mom.
So my dad and my mom upgraded their television remotes
Oh.
like a week ago, and I happened to call while my dad was giving my mom the tutorial.
Oh God.
And when she was like, your father's trying to teach me how to use this remote, I was like, I can call you back.
I'll call you back next month.
Exactly. I'll call you back in several days. I was like, what could go wrong? This isn't going to get condescending at all. Because it's so hard not to.
It's so hard not to.
She's like, it's 3 buttons.
When it's so obvious, and I think social
It's
media
so
is so simple and so easy, and you either post and let it go, or you post and regret and then hit delete. That's social media. Like there's nothing. You don't need to think about it for 30 minutes or an hour or however. And then she posts, she finally gets it up or whatever, and then I share it and I accept the collaboration.
I love that you had to accept the collaboration.
Well, if you
for an
don't,
Earth Day
I
post.
get yelled at.
Well, if you don't, you screw up her engagement.
yeah, so
You know that, right?
yeah. Anyway, so later the next day, I wake up today and I'm like, I was an asshole. I just feel like because I'm just impatient when it comes to other people's technology problems. So I was the asshole. In the moment, I'm the asshole.
Well.
So I was the asshole. Sorry, Tracy. I'm the asshole.
Oh,
So
clip this.
no, let's clip it and delete
Clip it, and then let's just replay it after every argument Tracy and Eddie have.
I'm usually the asshole in most of these arguments.
Oh, it's so funny. Between Tracy and you have a whole family of influencers.
I really do. Colt's a big influencer too.
I am not ready for Colton the influencer.
We were at Universal City Walk, and we went to Voodoo Donuts.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're waiting in
Please,
line.
if you tell me he reviewed a fucking donut.
No, I wish. I wish that's what he'd done. He goes in and I didn't even see this because I get the alert that he posted a story on Instagram. Look at it. I'm like, while we're in line, he took a picture of a T-shirt at Voodoo Donuts that says "The magic is in the hole,"
No.
and he takes a picture of the story of that, puts it on the story, and he's like, "What?" on the story. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm not ready for fucking 14-year-old.
I'm gonna make that my Tinder bio.
The magic is in the hole. Just
Colton, you just earned a follow, man.
Right.
I'm not.
so it's just like I don't even know what he's posting anymore. I just see it. I'm like, oh my God, the magic is in the hole.
Every time he posts something, it's like I'm just like I'm sitting here going, well, one, he's incredibly talented.
He's a very talented.
Like
young
your
man,
son
yes.
is a very talented and artistically,
Yeah.
like very creative kid.
Yes, very creative child.
Like I
Or
love
teenager now.
I love all of his stop animation stuff.
Yeah.
It's super funny, super well done. Like it's hard to imagine like this is being done by a
At
teenager.
the time, yeah. I mean, he's been doing it since he was 5. But yeah, he's really talented.
I mean, I think we can talk about this because I don't think the people that this is about watch our podcast or listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
But Colton actually saved my friend's kids' Christmas
Oh yeah.
because they were starting to not buy the Elf on a Shelf stuff.
Right, which is a very flimsy premise to begin with.
Why?
The Elf on the Shelf premise, I kept that up with Colton up until about
I feel like Elf on a Shelf started what, maybe 10 years ago?
it was like a
It's
late
fairly recent.
late 2000s.
Why did we need it? Why did we need the Elf on the Shelf?
We didn't. Well, somebody wanted to sell shit, and they
The
marketed it.
concept is the elf watches you and reports back to Santa, right?
Your elf shows up whenever you put your Christmas shit up,
Okay.
and he hangs out he's in a different spot every day.
And he's doing mischievous things.
No, he's
right?
watching you.
I know, but doesn't he do stuff too? Like you have to like.
The basic premise is he's watching to make sure you're good. And so,
okay.
and then at night when you go to sleep, he goes back up the North Pole, and he comes back the next morning.
Oh.
So every morning he's in a different fucking spot.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how many mornings I wake up panic. I forgot to move the fucking elf. And you gotta fucking run, and you're stubbing your toe, and you're like shit, and the dog's barking like you. Don't wake the fucking kid up. and you're trying to find a different place to put the fucking elf that he hasn't been in the last 6 days.
So some of my friends got really creative with it, and
Yeah,
they would
some
like,
do like they're fucking shitting out Hershey Kisses and shit like that.
yeah, but so my friend's kid,
Yeah, it's fucking.
he's like what, 5?
yeah, he's
young.
he's in the pocket for Elf
He's-
on the Shelf.
He's
That's where you
young.
want to
He's
be.
like 5. He's like 5 or 6, I
Yeah,
think, at this
yeah.
point.
It's a great age.
But
for
he
that
started
stuff.
asking a lot of questions about the elf.
Very flimsy premise.
And because kids have all this technology these days, he grabbed the iPad and he looked up. He's like, I want to see a video of how he wrote, how do the elves move?
Yeah. Because they're always in a
And
different spot when he wakes up.
Yeah, exactly. So he wanted to see a video of it, how these elves move.
Yeah.
And it said, parents move the elves.
Yeah.
And so the
Which
internet.
destroys the whole premise.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you
And he
can't
was
touch
like,
the elf or it ruins his
"What?
magic.
What?
Yeah.
He was like, what? What is this? And they're like, no, that's not accurate. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
It's fake news.
So my friend was telling me, she's like, I don't know what to do. Like, she's like, Moss is on to me. I got to figure this
Yeah.
out. She's like, the other day we were at the mall and we were going to have our picture taken with Santa. And he goes, let me see the Santa tracker.
Oh. He better say he's right here in Burbank Media Center, or this is some bullshit.
And she goes, well, this isn't the real Santa. This is like,
oh,
this is his doppelganger.
right.
This is just, it's
This is one of his sex minions that he dresses up and forces them to submit to his whims.
So anyways, I'm like, no one's going to pull shit over on this kid.
Smart kid at that age, for sure.
Except for Colton.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if Colton did like stop animation? Like a stop animation video of the elf on the shelf
Yeah.
moving around doing stuff.
Yeah.
And I got sent the video. And I'm gonna say, he made a believer out of me.
Good. He had him in the tree, and then he ducked into the tree.
Yep.
And
And
then
you saw his legs like
you
kind
saw
of
his
kick up
legs
and
kick
you dig him in.
And then he had him pop up in a vase, like it was on a bookshelf.
Yep.
He looked around, and then he went back down, and then he ended up over in the wreath hanging
In the
over
wreath,
over
yeah.
the fireplace.
Yeah, and he kicked his legs up
And
and,
he kicked
stuff.
his legs up and relaxed.
Yeah.
There's a great little video when he sent it to and I guess
He sent it to the kid's mom, was like, look at this. This
Yeah.
happened at my friend's house. Anyways, Colton.
And then they went, did you hear this part where like the kid, like, well, let's set our camera up and catch ours. And then she had to go, no, Colton has a special camera at night that the elves. It's another fucking layer of lies you're laying on top of the other lies. It's just a never ending fucking 7-layer dip of lies.
It's so funny because like my friend was like, should we really do this? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna gaslight the shit out of your kids. Are you kidding me? Let's do this. Let's, like, if you're gonna gaslight your kids, do it about fun stuff.
Do it about fun stuff.
Yeah. Don't do it about things that are gonna, make them be in therapy
Yeah.
for 2
Yeah.
decades.
Like, why'd you leave the door open? Let the cats get out. Don't gaslight them that way.
It's so funny because the girl was like, thank you for being so nice about this. And I was like, what would me being mean or mad at you
Help.
help?
I
with the
need you.
Yeah.
You're going to hear about this later, but
No,
right now.
honestly, it's mistakes happen.
Yeah,
you know what I
shit
mean?
happens.
And
Shit
they're
happens.
fine. Now, if I wouldn't have gotten the cats back,
Yeah.
that would have been a different
It's a
story.
pound of flesh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anyways, but yeah, Colton's quite the artist.
He is. He's a talented young man.
What else has been going on? Oh, did you see that article about? So one of my clients for comedy writing is over
Yeah.
in Australia doing this comedy festival,
Okay.
and she sent me this article about somebody on an Australian flight.
Yeah.
I think they like pissed in a cup.
Oh, I saw
or
that. Yeah, they were
something,
they were
right?
on the tarmac. It was like a 60-year-old dude who was on the tarmac, and I guess the plane was waiting to find a gate to taxi into.
That is the worst,
That's-
by the way.
Yeah, you're at the end of the flight, and you can't get up and go to the bathroom like
because you're
last
still in
20
an active taxi.
Right. And like the last 20 minutes of flight, you're descending, so you can't get up and piss
No.
then either. So apparently the guy was like in an aisle. He's like on the window seat, and he was like peeing in his cup. And I guess he'd been drinking, so that makes it even worse.
Oh.
So he was drunk and had a full bladder.
Oh, dude, you can't do that,
peed.
especially on an Australian flight. Bro.
It's
What are you
Australian for
thinking?
beer. Fucking bro. And I guess there was a girl. There was a mom and a little girl in the seats next to him. So I'm like, okay, now you're exposing
that's
yourself.
that's
It's
why he
just
got
awful.
written up. Let's be clear.
And I guess he spilled the urine on the flight attendant as he was leaving because he carried the cup out with him.
That is
just a
so
nightmare.
gross. So gross.
Yeah.
I've never had anybody.
Have you ever peed in a weird place?
No, that's a dude thing. We are not portable like that, Eddie.
I peed in my friend's back seat one time.
Wait, what?
Well,
Was he in the car?
it was a girl.
Was she in the car?
Yes, we were on the 405. We were on the 5.
You were like, please don't stop being friends with me.
Well, we were driving to do a show in San Diego.
Eddie, was this in my car?
It might have been.
Fuck, Eddie.
Actually, this is before I knew you. This was like
Likely
2009.
No, cover. The cover's blown.
2009. We were driving to
Anyways.
San Diego to do a show at
And you reach Camp Pendleton, and there's no stops.
The show, it was past Canada because we were doing Miramar, which is the air base in San Diego.
Okay.
And we were on the 405 and we're in gridlock traffic. It's like 5 o'clock on a Friday, Comic-Con weekend.
Oh, you're fucked.
Fucked. We're just sitting there, and you know that part in San Diego where it's like 9 lanes, where
Yep.
like all the highways converge. It's like 9. We're like in the middle lane, and just sitting dead still. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking piss my pants.
Your eyeballs are floating.
I'm gonna piss my fucking pants.
It's painful.
Brutal. And so I'm like, I'm sorry. My friend Ro Del Grazi, you know Ro?
No.
She's a comic. And she's driving. I'm like, I'm sorry, I got it. And I just recline and I roll into the back seat of her car. And I had a water bottle. And I'm like, just no sudden stops, okay? And I literally, I'm laying and I fill up a water bottle full of urine in her back seat.
That's disgusting.
I had to. There was no choice.
Guys,
No
you guys have
choice.
it so easy that you're so portable. You know what
We're
I mean?
very portable.
Yeah.
If I was a girl, I don't know what I would have done.
Oh, you'd been screwed.
I probably just had to get out of the car and run.
Don't they have that cup for women now?
They do have the
the
pee thing.
shiwi. It's called a shiwi, I
Shiwi?
think. But that said, still don't want to use it. Absolutely not.
Well, that's the thing you put over, and then it's got like a tube, right? And then you pee, and it goes through the tube.
I don't.
It's like
I don't know.
it's like a funnel
I'm
for your
disgusted
crotch.
by this conversation.
Sorry,
Ugh.
but I have
Gross.
peed in a car before.
I've never had any of those problems.
Are you bringing up the
I'm
pee
trying
right
to
now?
think. You know what? Never had those problems,
No?
but my old roommate in New York City used to like make a map of the city.
There's the pee-wee.
That's
Oh,
disgusting.
it looks like a penis.
That's no.
Oh, that's nice.
Absolutely not.
That's nice. So you know what you're doing.
This equipment looks familiar.
It's okay. I know how this
It
works.
usually goes in my mouth. I have no idea. This is awful.
Oh, I like the penis-shaped pee-wees. Those were.
You're like, these aren't as fun.
I like that lady going, is it worth it?
No, it
It's
isn't.
not.
The shame makes it not worth it. Jesus.
Oh, look, she's standing up at a urinal peeing.
Mm,
This is great.
absolutely not. She's using the Brad Williams urinal too. It's the lower one. No, this is gross. Please take this off the screen. I can't look at it. But anyways, no, my old roommate when I was in New York City, he used to have to go to the bathroom quite often. So he had this brilliant idea. He was like basically made like a map of the city and marked where all of the good restrooms were.
That's what George Costanza did that in Seinfeld.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
Carlos did.
Nice.
That was what Carlos did. And I was like, this should be an app. 1,000,000%.
That's what George Costanza. That's wasn't that in the
There probably is an app
Curb
for
Your
it now.
Enthusiasm when they did the Seinfeld reunion show? That was the gimmick that made George Costanza rich. Was he
No.
created an app for all the great bathrooms in New York City?
Have you ever shit on a bus?
No, I've never shat on anything with wheels.
So I heard a really funny story from some comics, and I don't want to. Mark just typed.
He's shed on a
Yes,
Greyhound
I've
bus.
shit on a Greyhound from Detroit to Toronto. I'm so glad we have this capability now to communicate
Like just
with
anywhere on the bus
you. You
or
know,
in the
you have
marked
a
area.
fucking microphone in front of you. You could just use that.
It's better for the suspense.
No, it's not. Doogie Howser. It's just popping up word for word on the screen.
How much pain were you in before you decided to go into the Greyhound bathroom?
Top 5 worst days of my life. So it was the bus that had, it was one of the buses that had kind of like they had the urinal bathroom on a bus.
Yeah, very few do.
Very few.
Yeah.
Terrible. Terrible.
You didn't poop on the bus? Like
Oh, I
in the
did. Oh, you
urinal,
did.
did you?
Oh, I did.
In the urinal?
Oh, no, not in the urinal.
Okay, thank
bathroom.
God. Jesus. I was like, what kind of people am I working with? But no, so I heard from like comics that tour on buses.
Yeah.
And this is one of the biggest comics right now, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say names, but they were talking about how you don't poop on the bus.
Yeah.
Like it's just a rule.
Yeah.
You have to like poop.
Common decency would.
But if you have to poop on the bus,
yeah.
you have to shit in a bag. You shit in a bag and you throw it out the window. Can you imagine
No.
being the car
Behind you.
behind
Fuck.
the bus?
That's the fucking biggest bug I've ever seen in my life.
Must have been one of those cicadas.
Did we hit a squirrel?
So, anyways, no, girls don't have these problems.
Wow.
Girls do not do these things. We are not this disgusting. At least the girls that I hang out with. I don't know about other women, but my friends are not like
Wow.
this. So no, I've never relieved myself in weird places.
That's good to know.
Oh my God.
Shit in a bag and throw it out the window.
Eddie, is it that time?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
don't
Mark,
know.
you got our music?
Here we go.
All right, no music today, I guess. We'll go fuck ourselves.
What's better than
Sorry,
bad music
he
is
was-
bad music timed poorly.
Sorry, he was too busy shitting in the garbage
He
can out
had to
under his
He
desk.
had to find a greyhound to take his shit in.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Please explain the rules to everyone
We're
that's ever
doing
played.
Florida Man Friday.
Let's do it.
I read Jen Sturger 3 Florida Man headlines, 2 real, 1 fake. She has to tell me the fake one. Mark will play along too, as he always does.
Yes,
Here we go.
because I need competition.
Florida man desperate for a ride to. Let me start up. Florida man for a ride. Words. Florida man desperate for a ride to Hooters calls 911.
Okay.
Florida man breaks into jail to hang out with his friends. Florida man turns old school bus into mobile strip club. One of those is fake. 2 of those actually happened.
I think breaks into jail
To hang out with his friends
is the fake one.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All right.
think breaks into jail.
Mark.
Number one.
1. You think
Really?
Florida man desperate for a ride to Hooters calls
That one's too
911?
easy.
All right. You're both wrong.
What?
You're both wrong.
What?
Florida man turns old school bus into strip club is fake.
Bullshit. I think I have a friend from high school that did this.
I was gonna
Just
say I know
because
people.
there's not a news story about it doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
It will happen at some point. It's Florida. But yeah, desperate Florida man got drunk and wanted to ride to Hooters and he called 911 to get a ride to Hooters.
I mean, that honestly sounded like a former customer of mine. So yeah.
Florida Hooters, man. And then Florida man actually did break into jail to hang out with his friends.
How is that possible?
I don't know, but he did.
That's insane.
He did.
Florida.
Florida.
Hey guys, how's it going? Oh, I guess
What's up,
I'm
guys?
I guess I'm stuck here now. Shit.
And they're like, what did you do? Why?
Can we reverse engineer this? Oh my god. Eddie, it's been fun today.
It's been a good one.
It's been fun.
been a good one.
It's been absolute shit show.
It
but
has been a shit show.
So much fun. Where can everybody find you, Eddie?
You can check me out on all the socials at Eddie Pence or go to eddiepence.com.
You guys can find me at Jennifer Sturger. We got tons of shows coming up. So please check that. Eddie and I are going to be together
Yeah.
in Brea soon with our buddy Chris Porter.
Yeah, into May. right?
Into May. So
Last
that's
weekend in
coming
May.
up. So please get your tickets for that if you're around. We'd love to see you. And yeah, that's it from us this week. Please like, subscribe, share us with your friends. Keep sharing the clips because
Please.
that's how this thing grows. And we're
Please.
so happy that you guys have found us and you're enjoying us. So we'll keep bringing the chaos. You guys keep listening. All right. Until next time on another episode of Not Today. Bye. Bye.